Good morning, true crime friends. How y'all doing? Y'all, it has finally happened. Lord, I've waited for this day. Oh, we got opening statements in the state of Florida versus Donna Adelson. The way I was living my best life. You have no idea. Okay, look, I'm gonna pull myself together. We're gonna talk about it. But first, you know what you need to do. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share out this madness that I call a YouTube channel. Me and you, we're gonna get to 30,000 subscribers together. Look, okay, let me picture it. Tallahassee, Leon County. Child, you know I don't know where they are because me and geography, I went to public school. Anyway. That chocolatey Judge Everett takes the bench and he calls the court to order. And I got myself in order, which is real hard because I stay out of order. And I was like, okay, the state was ready. The defense was ready. And Sarah Catherine Dugan rises out of her seat and she takes the podium. And I was like, give it to me, girl. And I was like, ooh, she has a multimedia presentation. What have we here? A PowerPoint? But it looked fancier than PowerPoint because it sort of glided along. It was like a little opening statement movie. And I was like, ooh, show me your movie, girl. Show me your movie. And then Prosecutor Dugan opened with shade. Y'all, when she showed that picture of Donna Adelson from 2014, I lost it. I was like, you just gonna open up this whole opening statement by showing a picture of what this heifer used to look like. She was like, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Donna Adelson was not always a frumpy mess looking like a trifling lunch lady over there at the defense table. This is what she used to look like. And then she shows a picture of her from 2014. Back when Donna had like good hair color and she wasn't eating carbs and the Botox was on point. Donna used to look gorgeous. Gorgeous, I tell you. Never left the house without every hair in place. Now she looked like she worked at Dollar Tree on the weekends. Yo. So I was like, okay. You starting with shade. I am here for it, here for every single moment of it. And then she was like, there was a conspiracy. Danny was a loving father, having a regular day, but hitmen were following him. And then pew, pew, shots ring out. Okay, again, not quoting. I'm just giving you the spirit of what happened, if not the letter of what happened, right? She's like, shots rang out. Danny is slumped in his car and a neighbor finds him. And then the neighbor was like, I spy with my little eye a green Prius speeding away from the scene. Can a Prius speed? I'm asking for myself because they don't seem like they can speed to me, but okay, whatever. So the neighbor finds him, identifies the car, and Sarah was like, Danny had 2 little kids. They were only aged 3 and 4 at the time. It was tragic. I was clutching my pearls. Again, not a quote. The spirit of what she said. And she's like, so police were like, who could have done this? This is terrible. And so they followed 2 different paths. Who had the means and who had the motives and who had that car? We need to do like they say in the police movies, follow that car. So they started doing all their investigating and the investigation took years, I tell you. And so the car information and the motive information all led to one person, Donna Adelson. Boom, boom, boom. And I was like, oh my God. So then she explains why Donna's beloved daughter, Wendy, was going through a nasty divorce. And during the course of this divorce, Donna was relentless. She was ruthless. She kept saying, Wendy, the whole family is being destroyed by your divorce. The only thing that matters is that you move from North Florida down to South Florida. It's the most important thing. Everything is gone terribly, terribly wrong. Our whole lives will be over unless you get this relocation. And Wendy was like, okay, Mom. Again, the spirit. And so she's just like, you have to do whatever you need to do. And apparently Donna, who's clearly not that good at crime, wrote a whole bunch of emails like, Wendy, do this. Wendy, do that. Wendy. All she did was bitch and gripe and moan and nag and harass Wendy, telling her, you have to get the divorce. You have to get the divorce. She made Wendy getting this, not the divorce, getting this relocation. Child, she made it her whole personality. And finally, the divorce judge was like, no, it's going to be a no for me, dog. And I'm telling you no, and stop asking. Don't ask me again. You know how when your kids are wearing you to death, you're like, no, you cannot have a snack. And now you have asked me too many times, no crackers ever. Okay, not really, because that's not really how I parent. Anyway, so also my kids are old enough to buy their own crackers, but whatever. So the judge was like, don't come in here. Don't say any words that begin with R. We will not be discussing this relocation again. And Wendy was like, oh, Mom, we lost. This is terrible. And Donna was like, heifer no. The Adelsons will not be defeated. We will come up with a plan. And by we, she meant me. I'm going to come up with a plan. So then Donna was like, okay, we couldn't win in court. So this is what we're going to do. Go to Danny and offer him a bribe. That man was like, he's a legal scholar. He has a great brain. This is what we're going to do. We're going to offer him a petty bribe. So offer him $1 million and plane tickets to fly back and forth because I need to see my grandchildren. It's the most important thing. I really wonder how she feels now that she's not seeing her grandbabies no more. But anyway, so she's just like, okay, offer him a bribe and see what Danny says. Now, it is unclear if Wendy ever went to Dan with the offer of the plane tickets and the bribe and the whatever. And then Donna was like, okay. Plan B is Operation Misery. Do everything in your power to make him as miserable as he made you. This is what you really need to do. Now look, Daniel Markel was deeply religious and deeply entrenched, not just culturally, but like spiritually and all the things in his Jewish faith. And Wendy is like, okay, take some pictures of the boys in front of a Catholic church and tell them that you're going to convert them to Catholicism. Child, start sending out evites for the baptism, everything. Now, are you actually going to do it? No, of course not, because we're super duper Jewish. But I mean, not Jewish and like we keep all like the Jewish laws, but like Jewish because, you know, we like bagels and stuff. I don't know the rules for being Jewish. Anyway. So she's like, but just tell him that you're going to convert the kids. You're going to get them baptized unless the kids can move to South Florida. All of our lives depend on it. Donna, I understand that you could be a bit hyperbolic. Child, this was team too much. It was team too much. You could have pulled back. Oh, right. But you've made relocation your entire personality. You know your grown-ass daughter has her own life. They ain't got nothing to do with you. But you were not letting that bother you. Okay. Cool. And so then she was just like, look, this divorce has to happen. If it does not happen, we will take other steps. And I was like, other steps, you say? Donna, in all her grief and misery, cries to Charlie. Charlie, oh, my favorite son, Charlie. You know that other son, Rob, he don't speak to me because I said bad things about his non-Jewish wife, Charlie. How are we going to fix this situation for Wendy? Wendy is up there in North Florida. It is terrible. Sometimes I have to drive and go see her. I can't do it. And Charlie was like, Ma, you know I'm half a gangster wannabe. I'm going to take care of this for you. And then he took care of it. 48 hours after Danny Markel was pewed up, Wendy and the boys move in with the Adelsons. So then, according to Donna, she had won. After the shooting, the police are like, Wendy, hey girl, hey, can you come over here to the police station? Because we got a couple questions for you. And as you know, as an attorney, the minute a man is taken off the playing field, everybody looking at his wife like, what this have to do? And so we, as the police, are officially asking you, heifer, what you do? And so she was just like, no, nobody I know would have had a motive to unfortunately unalive him. I mean, my family and stuff. But like, other than that, my mother and my brother, they really hated him. I'm sure other people would have had motive too. Maybe he gave a student a bad grade or something. I don't know who else. My family who made hating Dan their entire personality. They should be really super duper high on your list. But there's a bunch of other people. He was not very pleasant. And I was like, girl, how you speaking ill of the dead? This man, at that time, he was still alive. And Wendy was just like, maybe my brother did it. Girl. She's like, my parents were real mad at him. And they were like, okay, girl, we'll call your mama and let her know. So right there on police video, Wendy's like, boop, boop, boop. Mom, I'm here in the police station. I'm fine. The boys are fine. Danny has been shot. And Wendy was like, what? Oh my God, this is terrible. Yeah, I don't. I don't know who would have done this. How fast do you can get to my house? Should we come right now? Can we come and pick you up? And then after Wendy gets off the phone with her parents, on police video, you can see her on, like, she's in one of them little police rooms and stuff, and they're recording it. She's like, okay, they sounded legitimately sad. So now we don't have to worry about my parents anymore. And the police were like, Heifer, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. And she was just like, okay, well, I have to go plan a funeral. Bye. And so she leaves, right? The police, undaunted by Wendy's shady behavior, were like, okay, we heard about this car. Let's investigate the car and see where it leads us. The car led them to a cell phone number because these criminal masterminds rented a car in their own name with their real phone numbers. Y'all are bad at crime. Thank God. The phone led them to Sigfredo. Sigfredo's phone led them to Katie McBanawa. Katie McBanawa leads back to Charlie, Wendy Adelson's brother. And the police were like, right. We're going to need to talk to all these Mama Lukes. And then they were like, wait, okay, what does Charlie do? What is he doing? Charlie's money leads them to Donna. So the FBI started investigating, and they were like, okay, we've been looking at this Katie. We've been looking at Charlie. We've been looking at these hitmen. Oh, what is this? I spy with my little eye Katie McBanawa in the months immediately following Danny Markel's murder. Got some big old boobs. She got some fake tatas, y'all. And I was like, wait. I know this heifer is not out here in these streets with murder boobs. You can't be getting the murder memories. That is not a thing. Sigfredo bought himself a new car. Luis, the assistant hitman, got himself a new motorcycle. Y'all are real raggedy. Listen, lay low. Put the funds in a CD or something like that, something that's going to throw off a little interest, and just like mind your business, keep living in the projects of the trailer park or wherever, and just be like, yeah, no, I don't know nothing. Instead, they out here driving Maseratis and stuff. Okay, not a Maserati because it really wasn't Maserati money, but I was just like, y'all just showing a lot of cash. And Katie, you showing your assets on your body. Okay. Also, the police noticed a huge spike in Katie's income. In the couple of months following Danny's death, she put more money in the bank than she had in the entire previous year. Girl. And they were like, hey, bank, hey, listen, we keeping an eye on this girl. I mean, not just because of the tatas, although they were quite nice. Can we see like the checks and stuff that she said? Where are these checks coming from? Oh, from the Adelson Institute. You say, oh, who signed these checks? Oh, Donna Adelson. Right. Okay. But now 2 years has gone by because this investigation has taken a while, right? And so the FBI was like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do what we call a bump. Right? Now look, they was up on everybody's phone. They suspected Katie. They suspected Charlie. They suspected Donna. They suspected everybody. So everybody's phones are tapped. But 2 years have gone by. Katie and Charlie have broken up. They haven't been together in a year at this point. Katie is out here like, boom, boom. Me and my assets and my frequent deposits down at the bank. We are living our very, very best lives. And so they were like, okay. This is what we're going to do. We are going to send in an FBI agent, an undercover FBI agent, to pretend to be like a gang member. And we're going to have them confront Miss Donna on the street. And we're going to see what she says. And so Donna is toddling down the street, looking all thin and cute in her best Lily Pulitzer. And she was just like, oh, excuse me, sir, you scared me. He's like, hey, girl, hey, I know what happened up north, and you're going to need to give me $5,000. And Donna was like, what? Oh my goodness, this is terrible. I don't want to be a litter bug, though. Let me just take this money. Let me just take this letter that you just gave me, and I'm going to stick it here in my bag because, littering is bad. This is Miami Beach. Keep Miami Beach beautiful. And so then the FBI is like, okay, we're going to do like my old Southern auntie says and hide and watch. So the FBI commits to hiding and watching, and who does Donna call? Donna's like, boop, 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 boop. Hello, Charlie. Charlie, it's a situation. Oh, my God, Charlie. And Charlie was like, what are you talking about, Ma? I got, some hookers and blow over here. They not going to do themselves. Well, what you want from me? And she was just like, I don't want to say too much, but this involves the two of us. A strange looking brown man gave me a piece of paper. And Charlie was like, huh? Y'all, Charlie was not that bright. Still, I mean, yes, he was a dentist, a periodontist, whatever. Still not that bright. Also bad at crime. Thank God. Anyway, so Charlie was just like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking. Wait. North Florida, you say? An ex-girlfriend of mine, you say? Now keep in mind, Charlie was dropping it low and spreading it wide all over South Beach. He had 1 million girlfriends at this point. And so he's like, what girlfriend would this have anything to do with? Hello, Katie. Katie, listen. Somebody done reached out to my mama. Now you need to get your people all the way together. Gather them together and let them know what I'm not going to tolerate is this. And so Katie was like, what? And so what the Adelsons never do is call the police. Now look. If somebody bumps into me at like the ShopRite, I immediately want to call the police because rudeness. But, I try and contain myself. These people feel like they are being extorted and they're like, police? No. Let me call my ne'er-do-well son and let him connect with his like criminal element type people. And that's how we going to take care of this. Okay. That is a choice. Shortly after that, the hit people get arrested. Sigfredo and Luis, they get snatched up. Luis, who was just the hitman helper, he was like, Now listen, I'm already in the feds for some other stuff I was doing. Mind your business. Don't worry about what I was doing. I might have got caught up in a RICO, but down here in Florida, everything is RICO all the time. And so he was just like, oh, listen, hey, Papa, how y'all doing? Listen, I ain't trying to go to prison for life on the strength of these people. I don't even really know them like that. What you want to know? I will tell every single thing. Are you going to give me a lighter sentence to tell? Okay, no problem. So Luis comes into the police and tells everything. And the state of Florida was like, great. So they convict the hitmen. Well, Luis took a plea. Sigfredo gets convicted. And then Katie gets convicted. And Katie was like, wait. Me and my murder boobs got to go to jail. These are too good to be locked up for life. Hey, y'all, if you want to talk to me, I'll tell you every single thing. And they were like, girl, you could have gone home and been free. You could be home raising your children. We offered you a deal that would have included you walking out of here. Instead of walking out, you decided to roll the dice at trial. You get convicted and now you want to talk to us? And Katie's like, right, y'all sentenced me to life plus 30 years. I have children. Also, did you see my murder memories? These need to be free. They need to be out here. So they were like, okay, girl, well, you can come and talk if you want. And now Katie is telling all. Katie is like, Donna knew everything. Donna was writing the check. She gave me the money. The money was damp. It was stapled together. It was moldy. Who washes money? Did she use the gentle cycle? Do you have to buy Woolite for that? Unclear. I'm telling you everything. And then Charlie gets arrested and convicted. And Donna was like, wait, not my beloved Charlie. I mean, when y'all was arresting brown people, I really did not mind that much. But now this is Charlie. Have you seen Charlie? Don't touch a hair on his precious little head. Charlie is a scumbag, for the record. If you don't know about Charlie Adelson, Google his behind, because he's a whole scumbag. Anyway, Donna was like, oh, my heart is broken. My poor Charlie. Harvey, pack the bags, baby. We getting out of here. And so Donna buys one-way tickets for her and her husband to Vietnam. And they're like, we don't know if we're going to get out of here, but we're going to try our very best. All them other people in jail. I'm not built for jail. You think they have Botox in jail? Low thread count sheets, no good colorist. No, I cannot go to jail. So she's like, okay, I got my bags packed. I've done everything I need to do. Now, did she tell Charlie about her plan to flee to Vietnam? Well, yeah, her plans were caught on wiretap. She's real bad at crime too. And so Donna is inches from getting on that plane. And they're like, hey, girl, hey, we're the FBI. So nice to meet you. We got these nice bracelets for you. She's like, oh my God, not me, not now. Why is this happening? Child, she was pitiful. So then Sarah goes on to tell us Donna gets arrested. And I was like, okay, everything that's happened so far in this story were things that I already knew about. And then the state of Florida came out with so much good and juicy new information. Y'all, I almost had to pick myself up off the floor. Donna's down into the jail, right? And she's trying to make friends with the unwashed masses. And then she makes friends with this girl who she calls her jail daughter. You know what you don't want to do? Get yourself a new daughter in jail. If you got an old daughter, okay, but she got herself a jail daughter. And her jail daughter was like, oh, Mama Donna, I love you so much. Tell me everything. And so her and Donna, in my mind, used to braid each other's hair and share secrets. And then the little jail daughter, child, became a jailhouse snitch. Come through, snitch. Tell us every single thing. You know I want to know her dirty business. Reportedly, allegedly, Donna Adelson was like, okay, hey girl, hey, this is what you're going to do. You are going to go talk to the police and you were going to tell them that this was all Katie McBanawash's fault. You know you be in jail all the time because you're a little bit of a narcotics enthusiast. And so you and your enthusiasm met Katie when she was here. And this is what I want you to tell them. And so Donna was like, I know you got a bad memory because you know meth and stuff. I'm going to write it all down for you. Look, I'm going to write it in block letters because clearly you don't read cursive. I'm going to make it real clear and I'm going to write it. And so this evidence, I'm sure it won't be used against me in a court of law at all. She writes a script. Y'all, when I found out that Donna Adelson had written a script for the jailhouse snitch, y'all are so bad at crime. I could not love it more. And I know you're saying to yourself, but what could she have offered this lady who is in jail? Donna's in jail. The lady's in jail. What offer could she have made? Sarah Catherine Dugan literally blew my socks off when she told us of the offer. Donna was over here offering cash, prescription drugs, housing, and veneers. Wait, cash makes sense. Housing, okay, if the heifer was homeless, Donna's like, we got some apartments and stuff, and I know you were like a meth head, you probably gonna mess it up, but that's okay. For my freedom, you can mess up one of our investment properties. Prescription drugs, you say? That's a source of income and a source of entertainment. She about to give this girl her whole life. And veneers. Katie got murder memories. This lady got veneers? Okay, so y'all paying people in titties and teeth. That's what we doing. Okay. This story just got so much better. So much better. This is what I need to know. Do you think that narcotics enthusiasts get that excited about teeth? I don't. Y'all dentists, y'all think teeth is like the be all and end all. Ooh, please hold. I have talked my throat dry. Hang on. Something tells me that this jail daughter turned snitch is really not interested in stuff she can't sell. If she had teeth as a priority, she probably wouldn't have been using that meth. But that's just me. So we have the script, we got the titties and the teeth, we got the housing, we got the narcotics offer, and then Sarah Catherine Dugan closes her opening statement by saying, Donna did it. And I was like, yes! Show us the script again. Can you show us the script? I have to sit down. Okay. So the defense is going to get up and they're going to give their presentation. Okay, cool. And so she stops her, Sarah Catherine stops her presentation. It was so glossy and so gorgeous. And she sits down. Oh, did you notice Sarah Catherine Dugan's hair? Child, she got them colors done. The chunky highlights, a few low lights in there. I loved it so much. She was sitting there looking fantastic. There was a fly or a gnat or something in the courtroom. It even liked it. It would not leave her alone. She was like, oh, this fly. And I was like, girl, this fly is all of us. We just want to be near you. Anyway, so then the defense gets up to tell their tale. All the time we have waited on this trial, we had no idea what Donna's defense was going to be. We were shocked, I tell you, by Daniel Rashbaum and his theory in Charlie's case of the double extortion theory. It was a ridiculous idea. And it was clear to me from day one, oh, that's never going to work. But maybe Josh Zellman and Jackie Fulford will come up here and tell us something new. And then she rises out of her chair. Disgraced judge and funeral home proprietor Jackie Fulford limps to the podium. And I was like, also, why was she limping? Girl, what's wrong with you? Was your shoes hurting your feet or something? You know, you get some of them easy spirits. They got the Martha Stewart Skechers. You could just slip your foot. I love them shoes. Anyway, so she comes to the stand and I was like, why does she look like the little Dutch boy? From the paint cans? She looked like a little Dutch boy to me. But okay, look, I promised to keep an open mind, and here I am keeping an open mind. And Jackie Fulford opens her mouth and says, ooh, that was cool. Did you see all that fancy presentation she did? That was really nice. This is, okay. Tell me every single thing. Disgraced judge and funeral home proprietor, Jackie Fulford. That's her full name in my mind. I mean, I know some people call her Jackie. Some people call her Attorney Fulford. To me, she is disgraced judge and current funeral home proprietor, Jackie Fulford. I shorten it by taking out current. Anyway, so she's like, that was a very fancy presentation. I liked it very much. I'm old fashioned. I'm not even sure what like all these fancy phones and stuff do. I got my dot matrix printer and a glue stick, and I have made you some charts. Hang on. It took us hours to tear like the little paper edges off these pictures and stuff, but then I cut them out with scissors, safety scissors, you know, because I'm a little bit old and feeble. And then my grandkids and me, we got the glue sticks and we put this all together for you. Isn't it nice? And I was like, half of what? This is, okay. Please tell us more about your dot matrix and your glue sticks. Okay. And she was like, Daniel Markell was a good man. He was well educated. Dr. Daniel Markell. Now, everybody else called him Danny. His mama called him Danny, so I'm going to call him Danny. But I just want you to know, I'm putting respect on his name today. He was a good man. He went to Harvard. He was well educated. He was amazing. And then she pretended to dry cry a little bit. And I was like, oh, the way I love a dry cry. Okay. You're going to get you a cry angle too, where you just fold a tissue into a real tight angle and you're just going to dab the tips of your eyes to catch them tears. Okay, please, more dry crying. I'm really, really loving the theater of this all. And she was just like, he had very young children. He loved the children so much. And he went through a divorce. Divorces can be nasty. Donna maybe a little bit says some nasty things, but then the divorce was over. And I was like, girl, you downplayed that a lot, like a lot. Okay. And then she's like, and then someone took Danny out and sent him to the Endless Heaven Buffet, kosher section, of course, because we are very respectful of his Jewish faith. Heifer. Okay. So then she was just like, it was terrible. Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. I'm trying to pull my Tito, get me some tissues. And then she was just like, okay, Donna was just a regular woman. She worked. She didn't work for herself. She didn't work for her husband. She worked for her son, Charlie. Charlie was in charge. And I was like, Rorge, is she out here throwing Charlie Adelson under the bus? Wait, what? Donna. You done turned on your kids. Oh, let me find out Donna has turned on her kids. Oh, this trial, it just got so much better. She was like, Donna was kind and caring. Subtext, to people she liked and anybody who was not Danny Markell. Okay. And she was just like, but then someone killed poor Danny. The state has proven who? The hitman did it. They proved the hitman did it. They proved that Katie did it. They proved that Charlie was involved. And I was like, Charlie, baby, how does it feel being right up under this bus? Because your mama just threw you under the bus, backed it up and rolled it over you. She's like, it was not our client. It was her son, Charlie. It was a terrible situation. They proved that it was Charlie's money. It was not our beloved client, Donna. Did she look like she would do something terrible? Donna is innocent. This prosecution is outrageous. Everybody is making money off this. The media and the podcasters, they're making money. And to that I say, girl, no lies detected. We sure are. We do off all these cases though. Carry on and stay out my pocketbook. Anyway, she was just like, the state has theories and they have motive. Yes, it looks like she could have done it, but they have no evidence. I mean, aside from the evidence they're going to show you in this trial, we're just going to label that not evidence. It's not like evidence. We were looking for like a video of her like holding a gun or something like that. And you are never going to find that. This is outrageous. And I was like, the fact that this heifer expects me to believe one word of her foolishness is the most outrageous part of all of this. She just kept saying over and over and over, there's no evidence. Don't believe the hype. Donna did not do this. And then she like waddled herself or limped or whatever she was doing back over to her chair and sat down. And I was like, y'all, Donna Adelson has thrown Charlie Adelson under the bus. Will she be throwing the rest of her children under the bus during the course of this trial? Inquiring minds and nosy gossips on the internet want to know. We want to make as much money as possible off this trial. Make no mistake about it. But that is going to take care of itself. Also, you can send me cash on PayPal and Cash App. Anyway, also, what's the other one? Oh, Venmo. I take Venmo too. But I was just like, aside from that, I am here for justice. I will be fighting for justice on Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky and Twitter. Find me there. But girl, just because the internet is all a Twitter over your client's crimes, that is not my fault. Had she not been involved in this conspiracy, I would not know this heifer's name. Do you know how many people hate their in-laws? Plenty of them. You know how many people's names I know? One, your client. The lady where they have all the evidence against her, including but certainly not limited to the one-way ticket to Vietnam, the offers of titties and teeth, the jailhouse snitch, the script of it all. I am here for all of it. Every single last bit. I could not be more excited. But look, I need to take breaths. I need to calm down. That was the opening statements. On Monday, I will break down, Monday morning, bright and early, Monday morning, I will break down all of the witnesses from the first day of trial. Y'all, gird your loins. We gonna do this. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next crime. Bye.